I like to write gratitude lists because it helps me to realize that I'm not lacking anything and I have everything that I need. Put the phone down. Whew. I need to say that out loud because I be having to tell myself that. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. My name is Amari Kalia if you're new here. Today I'm going to be telling you guys some micro habits that are changing my life or already have changed my life. Some of these things are things that I've been doing for a long time, whether that's years, months. Some of these things I've just implemented in my life and I'm already seeing the positive benefits of it. So I just wanted to share. And the reason why I call this micro habits is because these are like literally small things that you think don't matter but really matter. And you know, we always focus on like the big things that we can do to change our lives, but I believe in small consistent steps that will help you to build bigger habits and help you to reach some of those bigger goals that you may have. I have 9 micro habits that I'm going to talk about. Get your pen and paper, write these things down, put them in your notes. Keep them sacred because these are things that make a huge difference in my life, and then they're in categories. So first we're going to talk about productivity. So these are micro habits that I do to be more productive. The first thing is I write a to-do list every single day. So let's say Sundays. Sundays are usually the days where I have to meal prep, I clean, I may have like some content stuff to plan, I may have some client workouts to do, client check-ins, things like that. The purpose of this whole thing is that you want to get your thoughts out of your brain and like see it on paper so you know what you actually need to do. So I write a to-do list every day. Even when I go to work and I have small things to do, whether that's plan a client workout, whether that's edit something, whether that's have a meeting, whatever it is, I write it down. That way it's out of my brain and I can see it and I know what I have to do. So this helps me to actually become aware of like what needs to be done, because a lot of times we overcomplicate things and we think that we have more to do than what we actually have to do, but that's because our brain is just filled with so much stuff. So when I write it down, it just allows me to see like, oh, I only had 3 things to do today. I don't know why I thought I had 10 things to do. It keeps me from procrastinating because I get to see like the tasks that I actually have to do are not even that bad. They don't even take that much effort. It may take me 15-20 minutes to do. Let me just go ahead and do it because it's nothing. It don't take much for me to do it. So writing daily to-do lists is something that I do every single day, and like I said, even on the weekends. And sometimes I use the note app on my phone. That's usually on the weekends, but if I'm at work, I'll have my laptop out and I'll put a little post-it note at the end of my computer and I'll literally like cross things out. I'm obsessed with like crossing things out. That's why I loved having a planner in college. On the notes app, I use like the little bullet points if you have an iPhone, and I literally just hit the little bullet point, but I think you can also cross things out on there too. But I love to write daily to-do lists. It just helps with my productivity, help me get things done, and it helps me get things done at a faster rate, prevents me from procrastinating. The other productivity thing that I do is I plan out my workouts for the week. Yes, I do plan out my workouts for the week, but specifically what I'm talking about is that I plan my workout clothes for the week, especially because I usually work out while I'm at work. So I usually have to plan out what I'm going to wear to work, which is usually the same things. And then I have to plan out my gym clothes because I take my gym clothes with me to work. So what I've been doing is literally planning out 5 days of clothes already on Sundays, and I put them on the side of my bed. That way during the week I don't have to think about what I'm going to wear to the gym. It saves me time. It gives me one less thing to think about during the week, because usually at night I plan my gym workout, I get my work clothes out. It's just like a whole process that I do every single night to get ready for the next day. So that's just one less thing that I have to do, and it helps me be more productive. It helps me just not have to think too much about another thing to add to my to-do list. So the 2 things in this category is I write daily to-do lists, and then I get my workout clothes for the week. And then to go with that, I do plan my workouts every single week. Right now, I'm following my 12-week challenge, my 12-week program, and it's a 5-day split. And I have it in my notes, so I don't have to plan my workouts, but I do plan out what I'm going to do on each day based on whatever I have going on. Am I going to do it at work? Am I going to do it at another gym? blase. I do plan that out as well on Sundays. So here you can take from this is that I plan pretty much everything in my life. I use the calendar on my phone. I plan out all the things that I have going on. Whenever I set a meeting or set something up with somebody, I immediately put it in my calendar on my phone. We have our phones with us 24/7, so why not use the calendar app? It's there, it's free. Well, it comes with the phone. But yeah, why not do it? Why not just use your calendar when you have access to your phone pretty much all the time anyway? But the moral of the story here is to stay productive, find ways to be productive, find those little small things that you think don't matter but really do matter so that you can get things done. Okay, so these are things that you can do to be healthier. These are things that I have been doing for a long time or things that I have just started doing. So the first one, this is a micro habit. I have an accountable water bottle. I call it an accountable water bottle. I don't know what it's really called. It's a glass water bottle, but I call it accountable water bottle because it has times on here to help me stay motivated as to like where I am and how much I should have drunk already. So right now I'm in between 3 and 5 p.m. So I'm at like the 4 o'clock time and it's currently 4:56. So I'm pretty much on track. But this is just a small way for me to make sure that I'm drinking my water. I'm not measuring it. I don't have to think about it. All I gotta do is look at my water bottle and be like, okay, I need to drink some more water. It's 7 o'clock and I've only drunk a little bit. So this is just an easy hack. I got it on Amazon for $20-something a couple weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I haven't had this that long. But it's just a small way for me to make sure that I'm getting in my water every single day. To go with that, the next micro habit is that I drink a cup of water every single morning when I wake up. Like I usually always have it on the sink already, or I'll have a water bottle that's at least like halfway full. As soon as I wake up and I use the restroom, the first thing I do is take my vitamin and I drink a full cup of water. That way I already know that I'm getting in some of my water intake for the day. When you sleep overnight, you're fasting. So for all these people who be talking about fasting, don't even think about the fact that they fast overnight, but that's a whole nother story. But you're fasting overnight, so when you wake up, you're dehydrated. You need to drink water, some type of electrolyte as well if you can, but let's just say water here. So every single morning, I drink a full thing of water, full cup of water, or I'll do about half of a water bottle. So that is just something simple. Go ahead and you already have to brush your teeth, wash your face, do your hair, whatever it is you have to do in the morning. Every single person, I hope, is brushing their teeth in the morning. Why not go ahead and put that water right there on the sink, because you know you're going to brush your teeth. That way you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So that's just something that I've been doing for a long time. If you don't believe me, you can go watch my vlogs, and all my vlogs where I talk about my morning routine, a day in my life, whatever, you see that I'm drinking something in the morning, and it's usually always water. So the next habit is that I pack my lunch for the next day for work every single night. That's mainly because I wake up at 5 a.m. every single day to go to work, whether that's to go train a client, teach a class, go straight to work, whatever it is. I take a lunch with me every day to work because I don't like spending money on food when I spend $200 to $300 almost every week on groceries every 2 weeks. So I don't like spending money on food. Like, that's just me. So I take a lunch with me every day to work. But instead of me packing my lunch in the morning, since I get up at 5 a.m., I pack it the night before. So my food is already pretty much prepped. I usually would have to pack like my breakfast. So I may have to boil eggs, make some bacon. I may have to cut up my fruit. So I get all those things and I put it in my lunchbox. And once again, you can see this in some of my previous vlogs. I literally I pack my lunch the night before, and then in the morning, all I do is go in the fridge, take it out. I may have to put like my protein powder or a banana in my lunchbox, but that's already sitting out as well. So that just helps me save time. It keeps me from having to wake up super early in the morning, a little earlier than what I'm already doing. Like I said, I get up at 5 a.m. every day, Monday through Friday. So yeah, packing your lunch the night before. That way in the morning, that's just one less thing you have to do. One less thing you have to think about. Usually you may be getting home around 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 p.m. What's the extra 10 to 15 minutes to pack your lunch for work? So this is another micro habit that is more on the health side. Walking after a meal, especially with the holidays. Like we're eating heavier, we're eating more comfort food, we're eating more sweets. I know me, I love hot chocolate, I love s'mores, I love chocolate period, and this is pretty much the season where you're eating a lot of chocolatey things, a lot of sugary things, a lot of bread, a lot of dressing, heavy meals usually during this season, even if it's chilly. So you want to make sure that you are walking after you eat a meal, and this is period. Like, this is not even just during this season, this is just throughout your life, period. Just as a regular healthy habit, a small little thing that makes a huge difference. Going on like a 5-minute walk after you eat, even if that means you stay in your house and you walk around your house, or if you just find little things to do around your house to stay active. So you may fold clothes, you may go ahead and clean the kitchen, maybe you can go clean the bathroom, organize your drawers, whatever. Find something to do around the house where you're not sitting. Just don't sit and lay down after you eat. I know we all get the itis after we eat. That's a whole nother thing I could touch on. But you want to like get yourself into healthier habits, and you want to do small things. So why not just go on a little walk after you eat a heavy meal? That will help you digest your food. That will help you feel less bloated, less full. It'll just help your food like move through your body because your digestive system is moving, your blood is flowing. So that's just a small thing that you can do to help yourself feel better after eating a heavier meal. And also it helps to lower your blood sugar. When you eat a meal, even if it's not high in sugar, your blood sugar still raises because you're eating food. So you want to make sure that you help to lower those levels by going for a little walk. It doesn't have to be a mile walk, it doesn't have to be a 30-minute walk, but just a 5-minute walk, just to kind of calm your body down, get that food going through your system, and just so you can feel better. For me, I literally feel better just by going for a walk after eating. And like I said, most of the time, since I'm getting home late and I'm eating dinner late, I just find something to do around the house. I usually just go and clean the kitchen, take the dishes in or out of the dishwasher, just things that keep me active. But that is the next habit. You want to make sure that you are walking a couple of minutes after you eat a meal. Okay, so now we're going to talk about mindfulness and how to be more present. These are micro habits that I have been practicing to be more mindful and just to have a clearer like mind. Like, there's so much clutter that we have going on, so many ways that we're overstimulated. So these are just some micro things that I do on a daily basis. So first of all, I drive in silence a lot, and I use this time for prayer. I use this time to just think. We are overstimulated. Like, we are consistently listening to other people's opinions, whether that's on a phone, whether that's watching a YouTube video like you're watching this one, whether that's, you're on TikTok, Instagram, watching a movie, watching a TV show. You are always taking in information all the time. I know me, I have a habit of like when I get in my car, I may not put on music, but I may like go on TikTok and just start scrolling while I'm driving or while I'm sitting at the red light. No, I have been practicing not listening to anything, not going on any social medias, not calling anybody while I'm in my car, and it has been very therapeutic. Even if it's just like a 5-10 minute ride, especially for me, like on my way to work in the mornings, I don't listen to anything. First of all, I say my prayer on my way to work, but I used to like just throw on gospel music, but no, I even stopped doing that and just like let my thoughts be my thoughts, really get an idea of how I'm feeling, really process how I'm feeling, maybe thinking about my dream last night, getting ready for the new day, thinking about what may be coming up this, on that given day. But the thing is that we are just taking in too much information, and we are always thinking somebody else's thoughts. We're always thinking about what somebody else said. And it takes us away from really knowing how we feel about things and, what we may think about things or how we want to move, because we're always taking in what somebody else is saying. And you may not think that you're doing that when you're on social media, but that's what you're doing. So just a little micro habit: when you're in the car, don't put it on anything. Don't play any music. Just drive in your car in silence. I know it may be awkward because you're so used to listening to music or calling somebody or whatever it may be. But if you just want to have some time to just like debrief and just like not think about anything, not being overstimulated by things, just drive in your car without anything playing, any music playing, without calling nobody. And you will see a huge difference. You will really start to like become more aware of your thoughts and become more aware of like how you truly feel. And you start to really pay attention to yourself. So that's just a macro thing that I do. And like I said, I also use this time for prayer. But you just want to have more time to be like in silence and just be more in solitude. You know, we work all day, we talk all day, especially if you're working a job where you're in customer service and you're constantly like having to talk to people. Use that little time on your ride home or on your way to work and just be in silence, especially if you live with your family, you're married, maybe you have kids. Child, you always stimulated. You always talking to somebody. You always having to do something. So use that little time while you're in your car by yourself to just be with yourself and be in your own peace. So the next thing, and this is the 8th micro habit, I like to write gratitude lists daily. And it doesn't have to be an extensive list. It doesn't have to be 10 to 20 things. I usually do 3 things. And one thing that I have done is I've stopped doing it in the mornings. Like usually I would do it in the mornings. Like, what am I grateful for this morning? But what I've actually started doing is writing my gratitude list at night when I come home from work. And I actually sit and think about my day. Like I think about how my day went, what may happen, what didn't happen. And I write a gratitude list based on that because it's so easy to wake up and say, I'm grateful that I'm alive. I'm grateful that I got a job. I'm grateful that I got a car to take me to work. Like it's easy to say those things. But then when you like reflect on your day and you think about like what could have went wrong or what went right, you really start to have a different perspective when it comes to like what you take for granted and what you should be grateful for. So for example, some things that I wrote in my gratitude journal is like how I'm grateful for my manager. Maybe I'm grateful for a certain conversation you had with a random person. You may be grateful for a person who let you get in front of them, you know, on the road. Like there are just little ways that people show kindness to you, or you have an experience where you realize that you were taking something for granted and you realize that you need to be grateful for it. And so I like to write my gratitude list at night. And you want to write gratitude lists anyway because we're always chasing. We're always trying to get to the next level. And I'm a victim of this as well. I don't want to use the word victim, but I'm a product of that, or I don't know the right word, but I'm somebody who's always, I'm a hustler. Like I love to always be doing something and chasing the next level and trying to get to that next level. But when you practice gratitude, you really start to realize that we take everything for granted. Like everything, even us living, we take for granted. We just assume that we're going to wake up tomorrow. But lately I've been hearing about people who have not been waking up, and they be young people. But I like to write gratitude lists because it helps me to realize that I'm not lacking anything and I have everything that I need. So write gratitude lists daily. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a long list. Like I said, I do top 3 of the day. Sometimes you may have repeats, but that's okay. But you just want to get in a consistent routine of saying what you're grateful for and just acknowledging that, because it helps you from thinking that you're lacking anything and thinking that there's always something to compare yourself to and always something that you need to be going after. You just need to be present. You just need to use what you have. Because I even just saw on TikTok, this girl was saying how like she's about to stop like just buying stuff and literally use like all the products that she has before she goes out and buy more. And I love that because we are such a, like we overconsume everything, whether that's on our phones, whether that's products, whether that's food, whatever it is. We are just a very over-consuming society. And so we have all this stuff that we never even like use or really like take advantage of. So you just want to, you know, constantly be or consistently be in the mindset of gratitude. That way you're not always finding something else to make you feel better when you don't even think about the fact that you have everything you need. That thing that you're chasing, you already have. You just can't see that because you're so focused on what somebody else got or what you think you need when you already got it. So that's just a small little habit. Do a little gratitude list. It doesn't take long, 5 to 10 minutes. You have 5 to 10 minutes to write a gratitude list. The last micro habit, and if I had to rank all of these, this would be number 1. Put the phone down. Whew. I need to say that out loud because I be having to tell myself that. Put the phone down, y'all. We are so addicted to this right here. This small little thing, it amazes me how obsessed we are with it. Like, it makes my skin crawl when I go out to eat with somebody, or even let's just say I'm with people, we all out to eat, and we all on our phones. You look around, everybody else on their phones. I know y'all be hearing about how people be at the club, don't nobody be dancing no more. I don't go to the club, but this is just what I hear. You go to the club, nobody's dancing anymore. Everybody is on their phone, staring at each other, looking each other up and down, but nobody is actually like experiencing each other. Put the phone down. You will see that a lot of things that you need to get done can't get done because you sit on your phone scrolling all day. So what you can do is set timers on your phone. You can literally set screen time limits on your social media. I have screen time limits on TikTok and Instagram. Those are the only two social medias that I have outside of YouTube. So I set screen time limits for like the apps. I believe it's like, honestly, I think it's between like 15 and 30 minutes. I think it's 15 minutes. Theoretically, I would like to just post on there and then get off. It doesn't work like that. I usually do find myself scrolling at some point, but I've gotten so much better of just like putting my phone down. Like if I'm at work, I've caught myself to where like, if I'm in the middle of doing a task, let's say like I'm planning a client workout, and let's say I get a brain fart, like I'm thinking about something and it's not coming to me as quick. I'll put my pen down and pick up my phone and start scrolling. And I noticed that it's kind of like a mental block, or like it's a distraction. Like, okay, so this not coming to me right now. Let me distract myself by da-da-da-da-da. Let me just go look at my phone. And I've caught myself doing that so much to the point where when I'm aware now that when I do it, I just put the phone down. Everybody needs to just remember those 4 words. Put the phone down. Like when you in a conversation with somebody, put the phone down. When you out to eat with somebody, put the phone down. When you are at a family gathering, put the phone down. Like when I'm with my nephew, I don't be having my phone. Like I give him all my undivided attention, especially because he live in a whole other state. So when I'm with him, I'm with him. Like that's the only time I'm getting to see him for probably like a month or two. When you with your loved ones, when you are spending quality time with people, put y'all phones down, especially during the holidays. This is the perfect time for you to practice that. And you have to be the change that you want to see. So if everybody else on their phone, that's cool. Put your phone down and then you initiate the conversation. Because what I've noticed too, like if let's say me and my partner out to eat, like if we just kind of like waiting for our food to come or whatever and we both on our phone, I'll put my phone down because I'm like, okay, I'm tripping. We out to eat. Why am I on my phone? And then he'll look up and see me off my phone, and then he'll get off his phone. He'll put his phone down, and then we are both in. One of us will initiate a conversation, and that's how it's supposed to be. Like if you want to see some changes in your family, you have to be the change. And you know it may not always go that way, but let's just say theoretically that's how it goes. Just when you're around people and everybody just so attached to their phone, put your phone down and just start the conversations. But we just need to do a better job of like not being so overstimulated. And this has been kind of like the message in a lot of other of my micro habits. We are just so attached to social media and what everybody else has going on that we take away from our own self and our relationships. So put the phone down, set timers. Maybe you notice that you've been scrolling too much and it's just a chill day. Maybe you just set a timer, 1 hour. I'm not going to be on my phone. I'm just going to put the phone down. I'm going to go to sleep. Or maybe even you watch TV or you go do some chores. You may do some tasks that you want to do. Maybe you get on your computer and you do some research on something that you've been wanting to learn more about. Just find little ways throughout your day to put your phone down. Like sometimes if I'm at work and let's say I got to go make some coffee somewhere or I go make my lunch or whatever, I'll leave my phone. Like I don't need my phone with me every time I go somewhere. Sometimes when me and my partner go out, like say we go do a spontaneous like ice cream run or food run, whatever, sometimes I'll leave my phone at home. Like I don't need it. If somebody need me, they can call him. They got his number. All my family got his number too. So if they need me, if it's an emergency, they can call his phone. I'm with him, so I don't need my phone. I can use his phone if need be. So just find ways throughout your day to get off your phone. Set timers, set screen times. It's really easy. All you gotta do is go to your setting and literally it says screen time. It's right there with, I think, do not disturb, stuff like that. Focus, it's in there. Find it and set screen limits, because y'all, we are not supposed to be on our phones as much as we are. That's why they made TikTok so addicting. Like, you just swiping through. They've made it so easy for us to just like swipe through. I catch myself doing it, and it makes me upset, because I'm like, I don't want to be addicted to my phone. Like, I don't want to revert to my phone whenever I need a distraction. So yeah, that was a little long-winded, but these are the micro habits that I'm practicing in my life. These are all small things that you don't think matter, but really matter a lot for your mental health, for your productivity, and just your overall health as a person. Y'all know I'm a huge health advocate, but health is not just about going to the gym and eating healthy. It is about those small things, those small habits that you do so easily that you don't know are making a huge impact in your life. So if you want to see more videos like this, comment below. Let me know some micro habits that you're doing in your life that really help you to be more productive and be more healthy. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.